So, good afternoon. Today is Monday. Great Monday, October 25th, 2021. It's so glad to join you guys today. I've got a life that's not going in the direction that I so choose. So, I'm dealing with sickness and all kinds of other mental problems. Or, what are my kids? I have a lot of lids open. I need to start closing some of them. One of the ones I wanted to do today is to get back to my podcast because, I'm just talking to myself, but soon I will be engaging conversations with each of you. So I just need to continue to practice how to create a thought, put the thought on the podcast, and then tape it and be able to retrieve it so I don't get lost in doing this search and seizure and forgetting points A, B, and C. I thought I'd just tap in this Monday and say hello to you. Greetings to Oz and DJ Opinions While Black podcast, which you hear on Monday. So I don't want to be always at the brink of not being happy. So I am working very hard on being happy. And I understand that being happy is a job. And so nobody's going to make me happy. No one's going to tell me that they think I'm happy. Or no one is going to talk about my happiness but me. Because I'm the only person that knows it. So I need to just continue to get up every day that I have left and be thankful. Say hello to my Oz and DJ Opinions While Black podcast. Say hello to my sons and my daughter and my significant other. I've been in this relationship journey for 46 years, and we're getting down to the wire now, and things are not going the way that I want them to go, but it could be much worse, but it's not. My husband is getting better, or my significant other is getting better. We've been able to save that right leg. They took the left leg in 2016. So we've been struggling with the right leg and trying to keep it all together. So now we've taken all the toe except one, all toes except one on that right foot. But we've been able to maintain the right foot instead of having the amputation in early March or by July for sure. So we have been able to come through March. We've been able to come through July. He's been released from his skilled care facility, and Lord knows he was there for almost 2 months. So A, it's good to have him home, but B, getting cooperation for his health is something I'm having to learn how to not engage in and be cranky about because it's not me that has to get these pills down my esophagus, it's him. It's not me that needs to take care of my foot, it's him. So the only thing that I can do is get up being a positive person, get up at least being happy every day. And once I get up and I get into what my regime is, which is fixing breakfast, and thinking in my mind what I'm going to serve for breakfast the night before. So I've just about got the hang of how to prepare for something, how to mentally prepare for what my meals are going to be about, and then getting up the following morning, and it's called follow through and pushing through. And pushing through and follow through are way harder. My God. But it beats not having a plan at all. So, yes, I do try to work to keep my significant other's uh, health in check, following daughter's orders, following doctor's orders, and trying to keep his meal preparations and meal presentations both looking kind of cute and snazzy, but having some real food on the plate. So we're going to being a vegan, not really vegan, but he needs more vegetables than he does meat. He needs more beets than he does cokes. and he needs more water than he does Kool-Aid or whatever candy. He's a candy eater, he's a chip eater, he's a diet Coke. No, 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 no. He's a real regular Coke person, and he gets kind of crotchety when these things don't come to him. And as I say, because of your health, you really can't have these things. So trying to get him to cooperate with his program, not mine. It's a program that the doctors would appreciate that he adheres to. It gets troubling, it gets confusing, and then we move to what I don't want to do. So, keeping all those things in mind, I'm just trying to press forward to the mark of the high calling. So, out here in the news, you have what's the man's name? Oh my God, what is the president's name? Joe Biden, still trying to get his $3.5 trillion budget through the Congress and the Senate. And he's not having any help on that. He's not getting any help with reference to Donald Trump and the January 6th insurrection. And he's not getting much help in the follow up and follow through on the vaccines. There's just too many of us that are not. Oh, there's too many of you because I'm fully vaxxed and I'm waiting to take my booster, and I've already had my flu shot. So I believe in cooperating because I don't want my neighbors to get ill because I've been irresponsible. So everybody's environment that I'm in, I want to make sure that it's okay for me to be in that environment. And then to invite those that do not believe in getting vaccinated and haven't gotten vaccinated to this date, which is October 25th, I'm going to invite you to rethink that position so that we can all get healthy and just move this virus out of our way. The United States has lost way too many individuals. We are more than 775,000 people gone. And there are almost going to be more of them that are going to be gone because they have not been vaccinated. Doesn't make sense to me. Life is in the blood, and that we must protect ourselves so we can keep getting up. So, those of you that do not have the vaccination for whatever reason, just reconsider. Reconsider taking care of your family and the families that you come in contact with when you go to the store or you go to the park or wherever you find enjoyable activities. Make sure you're covered. Make sure the folk in your family are covered. And then, let's just try our best to be happy people instead of people that create problems. And I know it's difficult. And I know I've been trying my best not to call people out for what they're doing, but right now, at 75, I think everybody that is in the Senate, is in the Congress, outside the 2020 elections, need to be gone. We need to think about starting over because we have not achieved. Mm, and I try not to make it a black and white issue. And I try not to talk about white folk all the time. And I've shared many, many times that I just purely stole from Oz and DJ Opinion While Black podcast because they began their programs by saying, this is an NSFW podcast. It is not safe for whites because I do a lot of shit and talk a lot of shit about white folk and how they need to get themselves in check because they're not being nice right now. And you know you're not being nice, and you know who you are. So if we go to vote again in 2022 and 2024, if the $3.5 trillion budget did not pass, if we have not taken care of voting rights, the John Lewis voters rights voting rights act. We have not taken care of the George Floyd police brutality and police abusing African Americans. You guys haven't done anything about this. We haven't done anything with reparations. And it's been on your desk for since the 1980s, 1989 to be specific. And we've been asking for more and we've been getting less. So I don't want to be negative down on that point anymore cuz you guys know what you need to do. So either we're going to vote collectively in 2022 and 2024 to just get people that are really, 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 really focused on the mass consensus of the population. What are their needs and how do we get them taken care of? It's not a hard process. It's just where you have to accept that this is a procedure that you want to become a part of. So I'm asking us to look again at all these laws that we have out there that we haven't passed. I'm asking you to give a shit, you know. And since men, oh my God, seem to lack the political courage to provide genuine concern for improving the material conditions of all of us that live in the United States of America. And there are merely no more than 330 million of us here. Howsoever, the 330 of us, the masses of us, the majority of us, our pleas and our requests, they have not been taken care of. And you white folk just look at us and smile at us and continue to do ugly things, and you really, really, really think that we're just going to sit by and continue to let you do you? No. If it's not 2022 or 2024, by 2026, I can smell a change coming. And white folk, it ain't the change you're looking for. Here again, white men, you cannot make your white women have children. If they don't want to, trust me, it ain't going to happen. So you need to get your laws out of my body, black folk, out of my body, brown folk, out of my body, light brown or dark brown, out of my body, uh, mm, poor white women, and you know who you are. And then all other women that I may have forgotten at this exchange right now. We are going to have to join forces. Same thing I've been saying for the last podcast that I've been doing. We women are going to have to join forces to create this change that we're looking for. And I know really white women, as long as your white men are doing things to to impede the progress of African Americans, your life is not going to be good. I'm just saying you have to be you have to be willing to share. There are only 331 million. And if I heard the stat today, there are 331 minus 28 million children. That means that there are 303 adults that have the power to go to vote, to create change, or decide that they are going to become a part of this change agent that we're looking for to create a better life for not only yourselves but your children and our grandchildren. We have to do a much better job than what we're doing right now. So we women, and there are more women than there are men. Make a note, women. There are more of us than there are men. I'm just saying. We must unite to change the narrative. Flint still has no drinking water. And there's another city in Michigan, and I can't think what it is right now, but it's another one outside of Flint whose water has become contaminated. Now, Flint has been maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and during those 2 or 3 years ago, the mayor or the governor has refused to get free water so it could go to their constituents. So we still don't have clean water in Flint. And I think, is it not Dearborn? I don't know where the other city is right now. So Michigan is having problems with its water supply. And we, the rest of us, are not sharing our water with them. We are not even trying to improve their water. Like clean it up, take the lead out, take the paint out, take all the things that make our bodies become ill. Clean up the water, folks. You've had 3 years, and this is 2020. We're in what, 2021? So 2022, and by 24, we don't need to be talking about Flint anymore. So, poor white women, you know who you are. Women still outside who find themselves being outcast and vulnerable. And then, of course, your black women and your brown women and your other women of color and all of our refugees or immigrants. How do we want to classify our Afghanistan folks that are here? And in which state do they live? And how much do we give each of them that are here to maintain themselves until they get into a rhythm of a living in America and be working in America? How many doors have been opened? How many more doors are going to be opened? And we have challenges all across the board. But I'm just saying that we women must unite in order to change these material inconsistencies that are in our life. Oh, we are an incompetent society right now. And how we want to address our fellow man, we've been inconsistent with how we want to really present ourselves. And so I'm rambling now, so let me just move on quickly and hurriedly. I'm asking we women to come together, all of us, to change the material conditions of all of us. Those of you who are in positions of power are responsible for securing the efficient, effective functionings of the economy and defense for all of our people, all 331 million of us living in the United States, and the United States is only 245 years old. I think by now we could do so much better. We go to church every Sunday and we slap and sing and praise the Lord, and then come out on Monday and just are nasty. And you know who you are. From the top to the bottom, you have not tried to increase the material conditions of all these individuals that are living in the United States. People who are in positions of power are responsible for securing A, our economy, and B, our defense. And the economy and the defense, this securing these efficient and effective functions, therefore all people, all approximately 331 million of us. Did you hear me? 331 million. We are nowhere near being an overpopulated country. We have plenty of room, and there should be plenty of seats at the table because the banquet table is huge and it is full of all kind of goodies. So now we need to get a collective competence in our spirits. I'm sorry, I can do this better than that. We need to get a collective vision of how we're going to increase these material conditions in our lives. And like I said, I'm way over what I wanted to say today, and it's too long. But Joe Manchin, Christian Cinema, all the Republicans except the 9 that voted for the recognizing that January 6th was an insurrection and it was illegal. I'm just asking that we become better in how we're trying to increase the material conditions of all of our citizens. Because everybody, all 331 million of us, have a seat at the table because the table is huge. And it's huge with a lot of dishes. All of them are interesting. And all of us have a seat at this table. There should be a lot of sharing, and we should be heard. It's called respect. It's a sign. Listening is a sign of respect. So until all of us that are sitting at that table have to share our concerns, we are still, out there troubling, being troubled, and then being troubled, and then creating trouble. And what we need to create right now is peace. Love is love. Kindness is overflowing. And there is no such thing as an illegal immigrant or illegal alien. Individuals desiring to come to this country are individuals first. And they're leaving their countries because someone is after them. Just as our table is full, our doors are open. We have a responsibility as a democratic nation to keep our doors open and invite those that are seeking refuge to join the United States. I've talked way over my time. I apologize for that. But let me just say, this challenge is awesome. It requires us to think a new thought. And we're going to ask for God's strength and his support as we reach out and touch our individuals that are struggling, all of our doctors. Let's continue to join forces, women in particular, eh? Huh. To protect my body. Men, you have no business saying anything about it. Nothing. It's not your body. This is my body that belongs to me. And you need to stop creating rules and laws that are going to leave me defenseless if I choose to not want to have children. I'm just saying, my time is up today. I'll be better focused on tomorrow, but I'm just trying to keep in step with trying to share different thoughts, different perspectives, and those things that I hear that are worthy of putting on this table. Lots of respect, lots of appreciation, and let's continue to create a vision of goodness and gladness. Tomorrow will be shorter, but I'm still learning how to make this happen. And to that end, it may be a little bit of, incongruence there, but at least I'm trying to say something. I am troubled by the way the United States is moving these days. I am troubled at the way you really treat black people. I keep thinking you're going to get better, but I see you're not. So we got to keep praying and keep believing that a change is coming. I appreciate speaking with you today. I am happy. I am working on when I think I'm beginning to get unhappy. I just need to look around and close some lids and put some lids in the trash can. Anything that makes me have a negative thought, I'm asking you to lift that weight off my shoulder and let me be able to be a productive podcaster, even though this one is not safe for whites. Love is love. Kindness is everything. And I do respect the intensity and the ingenuity of all those folks that are coming together to increase the material conditions of all folks living in this 245-year democracy. We have a long way to go, but we have to continue to speak goodness, feel goodness, share goodness as we move out of our front door into whatever the world awaits on this Monday, October 25th, 2021. It's been a pleasure. Yours in liberty,